Want leads to work. I'm Steven Shomler. You're watching Spark to Bonfire on Shomler TV. In this episode, I'm going to teach you about how want leads to work. This is a companion video to Want or Whim. That video actually comes first. If you haven't watched it yet, I encourage you to go to wantorwhim.com and check out that video, because if you really want something, you're going to work for it. But either you have a want or you have a whim. And in that video, I teach you 3 areas that you might be blocked. It could be possibility, could be permission, could be pivot. But if you've watched that video, you've taken care of those 3 items, and you're ready to move ahead, okay, this is the video, because I'm going to teach you 2 steps that you can actually take. Because I tell people, just get started and keep going. Which is totally true, but for most people that's not helpful. So I'm going to give you step A and step B. Do these 2 things. And then I'm going to teach you about the pit so you don't fall into it. Because sometimes you take this step and this one feels awkward to take because you're falling into the pit, and I want you to stay out of the pit. Okay, the first step you need to do, besides just get started and keep going, is once you get a blue pen and a yellow pad of paper and write down 5 things you need to do to get started on your project. I don't care if you're writing a book, if you're starting a company, if you're going to learn to play the guitar, you need to write down 5 to 10 things you need to do to get started. You got to buy a guitar. You got to have a computer. If you're going to write a book, you need to pick the book's title. And keep it simple. Just keep it simple. And please, for you perfectionists out there, I'm not asking for these to be 5 steps in sequential order. I don't care what the order they are. Write down 5 to 10 things and then get started working on them. And put a little box, and then when you get it done, check it off. And as you get started on those 5 things or those 10 things, number 11, number 12, number 16, number 32 will occur to you. Just keep writing them on that yellow pad so you know what to do. The reason most people fail when it comes to the idea of their strategy is they don't have a next step, doable step strategy. You need a strategy that tells you what your next step is, and you need a strategy that has a doable step for you. When it comes to weight loss, for example, a lot of people fail because they think exercise is the problem. If they need to start exercising and then lose weight, they don't realize that's not actually how it works. Usually most people are not too heavy because they quit exercising. They're a weight they don't like because they eat too much. At least that was my journey. But their answer is going to be exercise. So they're fed up and that's it. They're going to go to the gym and work out 5 days a week, 3 hours a day. And they try that and they do it about half of one time. And then they fail, but they pay for the gym membership for the next 12 months because canceling it feels embarrassing. So if you really want to start exercising, which I would encourage you to do for fitness, not for weight loss, that's another topic. I'm thinking of writing that book. But then just walk around the block once a day for 5 days and see how that goes. If you can keep that up, then start increasing your exercise. I have a friend that's exercise has been a big part of their weight loss. They have a trainer they work with. It could be a great thing for you, but start out with doable steps. Life change happens one doable step at a time. Dreams come true one doable step at a time. So first thing, write down 5 to 10 things you need to get done. Second thing you can do is legitimize your brand. If you're going to write a book, if you're going to start a website, whatever it is, you start a company, if it's anything for profit, get yourself something done that legitimizes it to you. Here's a great thing to do. I love this. The old school is fantastic. It's fun. Get yourself some business cards. There's nothing like when you open up a box of business cards with your company's name on it, or the name of your enterprise, or the name of your band on it, and it's got your phone number and your name on there, your website. Oh my gosh, it just got real. And then here's the trick. Do not, for the love of God, do not show that business card to your family and friends. Because they will tell you, who do you think you are? You can't be an author. You can't be a speaker. Do you know how many food writers are in Portland that want to be published? You'll never have one book published. Tell people who will cheer you on. That's a different teaching. I haven't made that video yet, but I will. But please, tell people who will cheer you on, and it's probably not your family and friends, because they see you not as you are or as you could be. That's my gift. But they see you as you used to be. And it's very hard for people to see others as they could be. So just be careful when you legitimize your brand to make sure who you tell about it. So this happened for me in a very powerful way. January 1, 2012, I launched my first website, Portland Food Cart Adventures. I'm going to write about food carts. I'm going to attract a publisher, write a book, and that'll open up all kinds of doors. And that is exactly what happened. But I start writing articles, and pretty soon my friend Ken Wilson designs this beautiful, amazing logo. It says, go to this food cart, and he gets me some business cards that he had printed up for me. These amazing, beautiful cards. Open them up, like, oh my gosh, I got business cards. This is a real thing. And shortly thereafter, my friend Kevin Brissett came along. He was cheering me on, and he got some black t-shirts and had printed the logo right here on the front and then big on the back. And now I had t-shirts. I had an outfit. I could put on my jeans if it was cold, or my shorts if it was in the summer, and I could wear my shirt from my food cart adventures. And I felt so legitimate now. I had a shirt and with my logo on it. It must be a real thing. Even though my friends were mocking me, I had a business card. So one thing you can do, write down 5 to 10 steps you need to take, front-end steps, not in sequential order, and legitimize your brand. Make it real to you. Doesn't need to be real to anybody else, but make it real to you. Okay, now the pit. Some of you may really want it, but you can try to start writing down some things, but you're just stuck. You can't really take those 2 steps because you're still blocked. So the pit, I don't want you to fall into the pit. So the first thing of the pit is perfectionism. Are you a perfectionist? Oh my gosh, some of you have a challenge that it needs to be good enough. It doesn't need to be good enough. If you're a perfectionist, quit trying to be good enough, because here's the deal with you perfectionists. It will never be good enough for you or your mother or your father. Give it up. Turn the tapes of them off in your head and just make it okay. Just publish an okay article. Just write an okay song. Just write the okay first chapter. Just start your company with something okay, because okay will actually work as a first step. Don't try to be perfect. It'll hinder you. I've never tried to be perfect. I've never tried to be good enough. I publish stuff all the time with grammar errors or spelling errors online because it can be edited. Thank goodness my books have editors that actually find those things. And I have fans who email me, hey Steven, I found a spelling error in your latest article. And if they're kind about it, I will change it and edit it. If they're cranky and mean, I leave it in there just to be a burr in their saddle. Because you don't have to be perfect. You don't even have to be good enough for your perfectionist. Just be okay. And you can get better. I highly encourage you to get better, but don't let perfectionism be a problem for you. Don't fall in the P of the pit. Second one is ignorance. Some of you are ignorant, you don't know what you're doing, and you don't care. You're like me. But others of you, you're aware you don't know, and that ignorance, I don't know all these things. I don't know all about it. Don't let your ignorance stop you. I didn't know how I was going to become an author. I didn't know how you wrote books. I didn't know how you did it. I didn't care. I pursued it anyways. When I decided that I need to do a podcast is the next logical step for my brand. I had bought in Portland Beer Podcast. I'd bought in Portland Culinary Podcast, and I decided I'm going to go for it. I'm going to launch a podcast. When I made that decision, I had never listened to a podcast in my life. I hadn't done it. I didn't care what they were. I knew what I was going to do. I also didn't know anything about the equipment. I didn't know what equipment I needed, and it didn't matter to me. I went ahead and pursued it anyway. So I got help. My friend Ken Wilson helped me pick out some really good equipment. And to this day, I hook it all up. I turn it all in. I get it going, and I know that I'll have really good sound on my card that can be made into a podcast with good sound. But the other day, someone said, well, what's this thing? I said, I don't know. And they thought I was joking. I said, oh, it's this black thing. I plug it in. I do this, and it works. They go, why do you use it? I said, I don't know. Ken said use it. It's what I do. They thought I was kidding at first, and then they were actually pretty irritated that I didn't know, because their version of reality was you had to know everything. I don't care. I don't care to know. I don't want to be the equipment guy. That's not what I want to do. I don't want to be the guy behind the camera. I want to be the guy in front of the camera, like right now. So don't let your ignorance stop you. Yes, you do need to know enough, but don't let your ignorance stop you. Don't think I have to do lots and lots of research. Some of you, that's a struggle. Let it go. Don't fall into the pit. Avoid perfectionism. Don't worry about your ignorance. You can learn as you go. You don't need to learn it all before you get started. And the third one is timing. Perfectionism, ignorance, timing. Oh my gosh. People all the time tell me, oh, it's just not good timing right now. And I just want to say, bite me. Are you kidding? Okay, so summer 2011, I stood in a dirt driveway in southeast Portland and decided I'm going to pursue a new career. I'm going to build one out of thin air, put in a lot of work, and have a whole different way of making money. The reason I was in a dirt driveway in southeast Portland is because off to my left was a big, huge dumpster that we were throwing things away in because we were moving out of a 5-bedroom house into a 1-car, unheated, unfinished garage because we were homeless and had nowhere else to go. The economic crunch had hit us really, really hard, and we ended up homeless. You know how shameful I felt, how embarrassed I felt, how awful I felt? And then to top it off, I'm going to become a writer, speaker, and an author. I remember sitting in October of that year, October 2011, typing with gloves with fingertips sticking out, and it's cold at night late in October, and I'm looking up and there's spiders on the ceiling of this unheated, unfinished, 1-car garage saying, I'm going to become an author. I'm going to have a book event at Powell's. Except I was serious. And my friends told me I was nuts and I was crazy and the timing was awful. But to me, the timing made perfect sense. I had nothing left to lose. I'd failed as miserably as I thought I ever would, and now's the time. I'm at the rock bottom, and I'm going to build my way out of this. So please, there is never a good time to change your life. There's never a good time to head off and do something significant with your life, and your friends and family will be sure to tell you that. Do not let timing stop you. If you have that want, and it burns and doesn't go away, head out after it. I'm Steven Shomler. I believe in the beauty of your dreams. Want leads to work. If you really want it, get started. Make a simple list of some things, action steps to get started on. Legitimize your brand and avoid the pit. Don't let perfectionism stop you. Don't let your ignorance stop you. Don't let timing stop you. I'm Steven Shomler. Go live the life you imagine.